working through some things with you guys, and I'm doubling up on Mondays like I always do, right? So it'll be the 1 o'clock session, and then it'll be the 9 o'clock p.m. session. I know for some of you guys overseas, you will be in between the mattress sleep. All right, so I'm not I'm not gonna do you like that. I already know how this stuff goes. So I want to make sure that I'm giving a lot of value early in the day, and then towards the end of the day, it'll be mindset, maybe a little bit of harmonics here and there. So that way we'll kind of go back and forth with harmonics and mindset, and maybe we'll do a half and half sometimes. We'll do a little bit of harmonics, and then I'll end it out with mindset, right? But I want to make sure you guys are understanding how we're going to utilize this portfolio side and then intertwine it with the leverage side, okay? Because with portfolio building, I'm telling you, like, when you really get an understanding of this stuff, guys, like, it's going to put you in a position where, let me make sure I got this thing on the right setting, too. I got it on the round. That's what I need to do is put it on in front of me. All right, Leah, if it's better now, let me know. Because sometimes I have it on, like, other settings, and it picks up on, like, the whole, like, podcast style thing. So sometimes if I fix it, it's way more dominant when I can do it a certain way. But, yeah, I think this is the setting I want it on, so it can just pick up on my voice. Anyway. I want to make sure you guys really get the power of this. So when we're building our portfolio out, we're going to have base projects, right? So if you've been into the Pip Talk, let me go over here to Pip Talk real quick. All right. If you've been into the Pip Talk and you understand how we've been doing things here, if not, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick refresher. All right. So boom. Yep. We got mine right there popping right up. So we got our, what is this one? This the main cap? Yep, boom. And then so forth and so on. So right here, you can see we got the main cap list. And this is where we talk to you guys about projects and we make sure you guys are doing research. Now, this is a watch list. Nobody came here and told you to buy anything. It's just a watch list, all right? I want you guys to research these projects. I'm giving you homework. So if you're brand new and you've never been here before, congratulations. You picked the perfect day to start. Okay, congratulations. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. All right. Now, the reason why I'm giving you guys these projects, I'm gonna give you the whole list. All right. So we're starting this off with some smoke. All right. If y'all ain't ready for the smoke, you came to the right place if you want the smoke. All right. So, oh yeah, look, I got time today. All right. So I'm being 100 with y'all, man. Like I haven't done a session like by myself when it comes to just breaking down like portfolio in like maybe like almost like 2 years. So I got to get back in my groove, and I'm gonna start hitting y'all with some heat. But just know it's already lined up. I'm just ready to drop it in certain intervals because I got to make sure I'm getting everybody caught up first. Because I know me, man. I'll come out the gates just. So today we're gonna go into calculus, and y'all gonna be looking at me like Kurt, bro. I can barely spell like wallet. I can barely spell Bitcoin. Like chill. Like get me there. So I want to do that the right way. So these are projects I want you guys to research. Some of you guys are saying I'm brand new, Kurt. I don't even know how to research this stuff. Don't worry. I'm going to get you together before we get off the call. So just know you can screenshot this. It's in the Pip Talk. So if you want to go to Pip Talk, you type in Curtis Cobain Branch. You want to pop up. All this is in there waiting for you, okay? So this is the main cap list. We're going to keep an eye on these main cap coins. Now, main cap coins are more of the, I don't want to say safe because all this stuff is attached to risk. Like every last bit of it has risk attached to it. But these are the more tried and true projects, right? These are the ones that have like the largest communities. They have the best developers. They have a lot of partnerships. Like these are the ones you want to keep your eye on, right? So if anything's going to take off first, it's normally going to be the main cap projects, okay? Now, the biggest problem with the main cap coins is that a lot of these have already seen crazy increases in price. Okay, they're not just sitting around hoping somebody likes them and eventually all the value is going to come pouring in. Oh, no. These bad boys are ready to run. Okay, so when you got stuff like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, right, Polkadot, Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, Maker, Polygon, Uniswap. These are, if you've been in crypto long enough, you've heard these projects a million times over. This isn't one of those new, like, I've never heard of Solana. Yes, you have. If you've been here longer than 2 months, you've heard about Solana. Now, some of y'all may have not heard, like, maybe Chainlink, because it's not a big, big talk of the town. If you don't know what it is, you just don't know. Maybe Maker hasn't been on your radar, but these projects are phenomenal. For you, some of you guys that have been here, y'all can look at the price of Maker, right? We talked about Maker for weeks. We kept saying anything below 700 for Maker, you're going to be happy. And right now, Maker is well above, I think, like 1,600 right now. It's already double in price. So Polygon, back in the day, we got Polygon at super cheap prices. Polygon was one of the projects I talked to everybody about when it was a penny. and it ran up to like $2. Everybody lost their minds. Like, it was crazy. So we look to do these things over and over and over in the bull market, but you have to be prepared and you have to build a strong base. These projects I'm showing you now are your base, right? So you're going to do your research. You're going to find the ones that make sense to you. Everybody here should have at least a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum in their portfolio, in my opinion. I feel like those two projects are mainstays. It's no sense to have like this tribalistic attitude towards it where I only like Bitcoin, I'll never get Ethereum. Stop. Don't do that. You shooting yourself in the foot. It's the most closed off mindset to have in crypto. Stop trying to tribalize this stuff like it's a little club and we're all hanging out, sharing stories. No. These coins ain't loyal. We here for the gains. Okay, we ain't about to play the game. We here for the bag. Let's just be 100%. All right, we love the technology. It's amazing. It's so innovative. It's gonna change the world. We're revolutionizing all of the things. We here for the bag. I'm not even about to play with y'all today. We here for the bag. All right, it's just real life. All right, so it ain't no nice way to go around it and act like it's just this cute, super cute thing. Yeah. All right. Says I want my bag and I'm out. For real, Klebs, like these coins ain't loyal. They ain't. Same thing with stocks. These stocks ain't loyal either. These companies ain't loyal. We not about to play the game. All right. So I'm like Coach Prime. Wore my Coach Prime glasses today. All right. He making sure them kids is getting a bag. You know how much money his son had made already? I digress. So I want to make sure that our mindsets are in alignment here. Yes, the technology is phenomenal. Yes, blockchain technology is going to do some revolutionary things. Web3 is on the way. But I'm telling you right now, if it don't make money, it don't make what? All right, if it don't make dollars, it don't make what? Put it in the chat, family. Let me know if we're on the same page. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. It is there, all right? We on the same page. All right, cool. So these are our base projects. These are the ones we're going to keep our eye on to build our base. Now, you may be saying, okay, well, Kurt, what's the significance of the substitution projects? Why are substitutions down here at the bottom? Are these coins that I'm going to get into if one of these fails? No. I put substitutions here as well, just in case you're looking at a project and you decide, I don't know, Kurt, something about Polygon just isn't really vibing with me. I want to look at some of the other ones. I want to find something else to really get into. Okay, here's some substitutions that may interest you as well. These could also make strong base level projects for your portfolio. All right, make sense? You know I know about DJ Quick, man. Don't play. All right, I'm an 80s baby now. We know about our music. All right, we were born in that beautiful little area where we got all the 60s and 70s vibe, where lyrics made a difference, and then we got like that 90s 2000 vibe where we got like all the best rap, all the best hip hop, all the best R&B. Like we was right in that middle. So our music for the 80s babies is like, what? You about to tell me about no song? And then we ran into mumble rapping, and it just kind of from there. But it was a whole thing. See here, you just rubbing it in, huh, Kurt? I'm just saying, like 90s babies, y'all cool, but like them 80s babies, man, I'm telling you, it's hard to find more soul than outside the 80s, man. Like it just hit. Like I've listened to almost everything I could, and I'm an eclectic. I listen to like Linkin Park. I listen to what is her name? Adele. Like I'll be in there. All right, like I'll be all through her, all up and through there. All right. Let's see here, golden era, everything. It's Civilization, 80s, right? Like, how many Ninja Turtle movies have they made? Like, our kids shouldn't even know about Ninja Turtles, but they just keep on recycling it. All right, family. So, man, Marvin Gaye, bruh. So I'm saying that era, like we got the 60s and 70s, 80s in the middle, and the 90s, 2000s. Playing with me. All right. So yes, if it makes sense, right? The substitution projects make sense. Let me get a little bit of a 999 in the chat so you guys are following my drift here as we move forward. All right, cool. Got you. Now, next up, I want to talk about, let me see here. Why are we here? Go back. All right, go back. All right, so where's my pip talk? Is this it here? Yep. All right, so right here, we got, let me see here. Do we even give me like an X to get out of this? Yep, they do. Okay, cool. So right here, we got the mid cap coins. Now these are a little more risky. All right. but they still have that network effect. What's going on, Abel? We still have that network effect. And we got Cheryl in the building. We got my family here. My bad, y'all. I ain't even scroll long to see y'all names in here. We got y'all roll in the building. Okay. I love y'all, man. Y'all done found my new time and just came and hung out with your boy, man. Y'all gonna make me cry. Abel, hit the thing. Abel, it's time. It's time, Abel. Go on and say it. All right, so we all be waiting on Abel to call me out on every. All right, so if you don't know, I'm very emotional about what I do for my new family, okay? And sometimes I cry. I do. I love what I do. Like, this is the most lit thing I've ever done in my life, okay? And Abel waits for me to cry just so he can say, here come the tears. There you go in the chat right there. Boom. Right on schedule. So just know, family, if ever I cry, everybody in the chat is going to be looking for Abel to start cracking jokes. He waits for me. I promise you. He wake out his bed and backflip out the mattress to see if I'm crying. It's a whole thing. Okay, so with the mid-cap list, it's a whole vibe. We got a whole family here. I love Abel. That's my bro. All right, so we got the mid-cap coins here that are a little more risky, right? So they pose more risk than the main caps, but they still have strong networks. They have really strong communities. The coding with these are good. They've been vetted by myself, by Mike, by Nick. We've taken our time and looked at these projects, and they have a lot of upside as well. They haven't fully had their big run like Ethereum or maybe a Cardano has jumped up or XRP. So these still have some meat on the bone, if you follow my drift, right? So you got projects like Curve, right? Aave, right? These are like Aave is DeFi, right? We have synthetics right in the DeFi area, Stacks. We got Rocket Pool, Kusama, right? Monero, Aptos, what is it? OP, right? Optimism, right? We have Arbitrum, right? Near Protocol, Singularity Net. So these are projects that dabble in DeFi. Some of these dabble in just the traditional space as a transactional coin. Some of them are functional coins. So we have these different lanes that you guys are going to be able to dive into. And like I said, I'm going to do a whole breakdown. I just want to make sure before I get into any sauce, everybody here has the list. All right. So when I get to going and you start understanding why I'm so amped up about certain stuff, you're going to look back at that list and be like, oh, I get it now. Right. So it's going to be like a whole vibe. Trust me, it's going to hit you hard. All right? So yeah, Near is gamified as well. Near's been doing a lot of stuff though, man. They've been jumping around. Like one minute they were trying to do some things like as more of a functional project, having the smart contracts and things like that. And then they kind of moved into the gaming kind of area as well. Same thing happened with like Neo. Neo was supposed to be the Chinese version of Ethereum, and that we all know how that worked out. Like nobody should be trying to compete with Ethereum. You should be trying to hit your wagon on the back of that bad boy. All right, now down here in the substitutions, obviously I see you guys are noticing there are way more substitutions down here in the mid cap list than there are inside of the main caps. One of the reasons is these aren't built to be base projects. You're not basing your portfolio off of the mid cap list. Okay? If you're listening to me, all right, I see y'all picking your phones up and scrolling on socials. If you're listening to me, all right, you're going to understand the power of what these mid cap coins are all about. Okay? The mid cap coins are going to allow you to be able to come into the space and say, you know what? I'm not really sure which ones are right. I'm not really sure which ones are going to be the mainstays, but I want to make sure that I'm really keeping up, right? So you want to be able to find ones that make sense. You know, get here. Come here. Get real close. I want you guys to understand something right now. This list that you see, right? This list over here, the one I'm covering up with my phone right now. So I put my phone up so y'all can really take it serious, all right? I want y'all to get in real close. Understand that what's happening right now in front of you, you're going to look back on these days once the bull run starts, and you're going to be so happy you did this work. All right? Oh, you talking about iPhone? Okay. You know what? Here you go, Android. Boom. You're going to be so happy you did this work. You know, let me bring in a little Lord. Android phone's a little bigger. I gotta be mindful of that. It's funny because they're like, you got a red iPhone too, red Android? I got the same case for both my phones, right? I got the red case. Like you can see the sides are the same. It's just Android, iPhone, right? It's a whole vibe. I got the whole thing going. Okay, so like get in so close. They made me get this phone, by the way. All the educators made me do this. Shout out to Mike. He made me buy that phone. All right. They were making fun of me like, why is your bubble green? I'm like, I'm sick of y'all. So I went ahead and got it anyway. All right. So if y'all only knew, man, like the stuff I be having to endure, right? Sloppy showed up in Detroit, came to my house and put Ohio State stickers on all over my truck. It's a bunch of them. He gave me, it was Ohio State like refrigerator magnet on the front of my dang on truck. I'm a Michigan guy, okay? I love Michigan. I love University of Michigan. He came all to my city to torture me. This is what they do to me. All right. It's a whole thing. But I got some smoke coming. Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Just stay tuned. It's gonna get real serious all up and through here. All right. Anyway, now as I said, get in so close. Okay, so understand that I'm showing you guys this for a reason. All right. So when it's all said and done, these days when we're going through this list over here behind me, you're gonna be so happy you did this work. All right. You gotta back up. You're gonna get that close. You gotta buy me a drink first. All right. So when you understand what we're doing right now, this is going to set the tone for how we're gonna attack the bull market. Okay. Now, a lot of these projects you see, they may not make it through. So we're gonna cut ties. We're gonna reallocate. There's gonna be competition showing up. There's gonna be so many things happening at one time that we have to be very mindful. That's why I say stand on these sessions. Being plugged in with the app is gonna make the world of difference for you guys, because moving forward, certain projects just won't make the cut. I remember back, let me see here if I can show y'all this. I remember back when we first started off doing the list, right? There was a project called Kyber. Kyber's still around, but it was in competition with Uniswap. We had to literally drop Kyber the day Uniswap dropped their token. We were done with that. Like, I knew Kyber was not going to be able to compete with Uniswap. It was like a little bit of a back and forth. Uniswap was already in the lead. Once Uniswap's coin dropped, and I saw people just like looking at Kyber like, what are they going to do? And there wasn't any roadmap that was going to compete. There wasn't any kind of development. There wasn't any kind of partnerships happening with Kyber. I was like, yes, wrap, guys. Dump your Kyber. We're gonna lean heavier into Uniswap, waiting for a pullback. We'll find our entry. We're gonna take this bad boy to the roof. And sure enough, we dumped Kyber. Kyber hasn't been heard of since. So there's going to be similar situations. We're going to do similar things, even with the mid caps, where it'll be like, this one ain't ready. We're going to get out of that one. Let's say we're holding on to something like VeChain, right? And I love VeChain. I'm just using that as an example, right? VeChain's dope, right? Let's say we're holding on to VeChain and something pops up and starts taking a lot of market share from VeChain. If you don't know what VeChain is a supply chain blockchain. It allows you to track goods and using this network. It works already. They already have partnerships with wine companies, food services, medical services. They make sure that medication doesn't get expired and sit too long, or they make sure that if something's traveling on a refrigerated truck, if that truck refrigerator goes down and now that medication goes bad, or that food spoils, or that wine turns, now that trucking company is held responsible instead of the distributor who put it on the truck, right? So you're keeping tabs of the goods all the way through with this supply chain. It's some next level stuff. They're solving a real world problem with this blockchain. And I feel like over time, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's huge in China already. You know, China's like the manufacturing hub of the world. So when we're doing research and we're dropping these projects, it's not because I'm cool with nobody on these blockchains. This is research over research over research. All of these are on my Google alerts. Okay? The moment some news pops up for these bad boys, my phone is going crazy, right? So I need two phones. So it's a whole vibe right now, but it's really all about making sure that you guys are just tapped in with it, right? See here, Walmart, China, and BMW. Yeah, these guys are plugged. They're plugged. People don't know about VeChain. I think VeChain has huge upside. I think the Graph has huge upside. Quant is phenomenal. Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR is pretty good as well. So I'm just saying, these are projects that along the way will eventually start shifting gears and getting into some. But once again, these are not built to be base projects. I know you may like Injective. I know you may like Render. I know Loopring is dope. Compound, Balancer, right? Monero is phenomenal. Curve is like the stable coin hub, right? We get it. They're phenomenal, but you can't make them your base. It's great to have an exciting time getting into these, but really allocate just enough for that portfolio to still be diversified. I'm telling you, it doesn't take a lot to see the growth you're looking for. And you can't have that mindset of, but what if the one I like just goes to the moon and it's the best project to ever be created? Then great, you got some skin in the game. Phenomenal. But you're not here to aim for home runs. You're here to get on base and to reallocate, because at the end of the day, I'll be very clear before I keep moving forward. At the end of the day, the name of the game is getting more BTC and more ETH. These coins aren't loyal. When we talk about certain things happening when it comes to ETFs, we talk about certain things happening when it comes to regulation. They are aiming at regulating these two projects, Bitcoin and Ethereum, family. Yeah, this big dog talk. Turn them up, George. All right, so we already know what type of time it's on right now. So I get it. We got the Fed doing certain things. We got, Byron doing certain things. We got Trump saying certain stuff. We got Gary Gensler threatening everybody, right? It's all this stuff happening at once right now. Your name of the game for you, everybody on this call, everybody watching this recording, your job is to come in and just be coachable and do not be distracted. Okay? I've noticed one thing, and one thing only that most people have in common, is that the moment things don't go their way, they instantly start going shopping for distractions. Actively shopping for a distraction. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to see people lose sight of what they really want. And they make peace with the distraction. Oh man, it's cool. I take advantage next time, man. You know how this stuff go. No, I don't. I know that you decide what you want and you stop negotiating with all the other stuff that's trying to distract you. Right? I did the mindset call with you guys last week with the Kobe Bryant video. You guys remember that one? We did that one, right? That one hit for a lot of you guys. Like I was getting inboxes. They were like, a lot of you guys were like, "Hey, dude, I needed that one." That call was the one. Like that call was the one that really landed. And I'm like, really? And you guys were like, yes, that Kobe Bryant call was the one that really woke a lot of you guys up. Like, yeah, I gotta stop playing. I need to get more focused and putting in the work and being intentional about my focus and my work. Because I keep telling you, there's no rescue team coming for you. There's no SEAL Team 6 coming. If you knew you were stranded in the ocean and all you had was a paddle and you were on a little bitty boat, right? A little bitty, like those little blow up little rafts, right? Would you sit or would you just get the paddle and like, I got to figure something out? Because ain't nobody going to find me. Ain't no radio. It's dark out here and I got to keep moving, right? You going to figure something out, all right? Like I'm telling you, man, listen, you got to know that the end of the day is you versus you. It's you versus you, man. And it goes deeper than you know. It goes much deeper than you know, man. Like when I went to that seminar, like early, like I'm gonna talk about what I went through this weekend at the seminar on mindset tonight. I'm telling you, I know some of you guys won't be able to watch the mindset because it's gonna be like 9 p.m. Eastern for you guys. That's gonna be super late. But I'm gonna talk about like how your diet affects you mentally. Oh my gosh, guys. Like it was so deep. I can't wait to share this stuff with y'all. It was so deep. I cried yesterday for like 2 hours. Not even like on some like, oh, I'm so grateful. Like that's usually why I cry. I cry out of anger. Like I was really, 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 really mad. Because it's stuff that I know I have to instill in my children. It's stuff I have to instill in my community. And like everything I love to come back and share it. And it was like, the seminar was supposed to go from like 2 o'clock to like 8 o'clock. We didn't leave that building at 10. I was in that building from 2 to 10, listening to this man break down your biology and like the bacteria and how it affects you and how your diet and all these things and how it travels through your body and how it affects your brain and how everything's connected from your skin to your eyes to your brain tissue. Like all this stuff, you gotta be careful about what kind of lotion you rubbing on your body, what kind of soaps you using. Like your body's like a sponge; it absorbs almost everything. And it was man. Yeah, man, it got deep. So tonight I'm gonna go hard in the paint with y'all on mindset. But in this case, just knowing that we have to be very mindful of what we're doing financially as well. As above, so below. So how we approach our finances is going to be how our future self approaches finances, but with steroids on top of it, right? It's going to be rocket skates on that bad boy, all right? So now, this last one I'm finna show you, because I got to be very careful about how I explain this, because y'all don't want to listen. Y'all hard-headed sometimes. Okay, now you see what this says, right? Please do not post on social media or any team chats, all right? Please direct all customers to this Pip Talk to review all lists, all right? Disclaimer, these are watch lists of different cryptos to pay attention to. Myself and Kurt, right? Mike and Kurt are not liable for any of the low cap lists. We are not affiliated with any projects. So here we go. This is the low cap list. This is the one that y'all can't wait to jump into because these projects are extremely risky. Extremely risky. Okay? Some of these might not even be around by the time the bull run pop off. Okay? That part. Gotta be really careful. They've been researched. They've been vetted. They have a ton of potential. Okay? They have the most potential upside though. Mm, mm. So with that being said, it does not take a large investment into these projects to see substantial gain. This is one of the reasons why people love the low cap list so much. And it hurts me because I took so long to release this one because this one takes the most research. Like the low cap list is like the bane of my existence at times because people come in here and expect these projects to be the next Bitcoin, the next Ethereum, the next, Polygon and all of that, the next Solana, the next, Cardano. They all have huge potential. They all do. But you cannot come in here trying to base your portfolio off of these. It's not going to work. You cannot have that mindset. Oh, I'm going to just put everything into the low. No, absolutely not. These projects, $20 would be great in these. Now I'm going to put $20 on Mina. I'm going to put $20 on Mez. I'm going to put $20 on Unipilot. I'm going to put $20 on Gamma, right? Like, great, awesome, $10, whatever, right? These don't need to be an arm and a leg, okay? I want to be very, 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 very clear, okay? Like, it's not like that, all right? Now, I want to ask you guys a question. I need somebody in the chat to do the math for me. If I put $1, all right, on a project that's a penny, right? I put $1 on a project that's a penny, all right? How many of that project do I get? Put it in the chat, all right? Let's write this all down, all right? 100, right? Simple math. It's like Sherman Clump, 98, 99, 100. All right, so my daughter loves when I do the Sherman Clump voice. Like, but it love, talking deep down inside Sherman. Give me that. All right, anyway, so you got 100, right? What happens when that penny goes to 2 cents, right? How much has my money gone up, right? Right? Cool. What happens when that penny goes to 2 cents and it goes to 4 cents? How much have I made then? Okay. All right. Cool. So I'm at $4, right? Not 400, $4, right? Because I put $1 in on the coin that was at a penny, right? It went up, right? So it's at 4 cents. I'm at $1, right? I'm at $4, right? Now what happens when that coin that went to, right, 4 cents goes to 8 cents? All right. Yeah. And so forth and so on and so forth and so on, right? So forth and so on. What happens when that coin goes to $3? All right. When that coin goes to $3, what happens? Because I skipped a lot. I wanted to keep you guys just in that mind frame. All right. Instead of crazy, man. Listen, we started at $1, right? When it went to 8 cents, we had $8. When it went to 10 cents, we had $10. All right. Okay. We had $10. So when it went to 20 cents, $20. All right. 30 cents, right? So forth, 80 cents, $80. All right. We got to, right, $1. We had what? All right, $100. We got when the price got to $1, we got to $100 off of $1 being invested. We got to $100. So when it gets to $3, we got what? $300. There we go. Now you see where I'm going with it, right? So this is the power of getting in. Now, that's if you put a dollar in. What happens if it was $10? Okay, if you put $10 on the penny project, when it gets to 300, when it gets to $3, you've made what? $3,000 now. Not 300 anymore. You've made $3,000, right? This is why I'm trying to keep you guys. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot. Okay? That's all I'm saying. $10. Okay? $10. Now, if you trying to, I'm gonna put $100 on every single Come on, family. Come on, family. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down here? Is it making sense? Like, give me a 777 if you're like, okay, so I don't need to be in here throwing $100 at every project on here. That's you're gonna waste so much money trying to find a home run, and it's not worth all of that. It's just not. When $10 could potentially net you, you see where I'm going? I'm hoping this is clicking for somebody. All right. Like, I don't want y'all $100 is a bit. No, but I can make $30,000. You gonna blow thousands hoping to get to that. Like, listen, $10. Come on, family. You done lost $10 in a pair of socks. All right. You done lost a $10 bill trying to tuck it into your socks, and you was playing too hard that day and lost that money. All right. I'm just being real with you. And you didn't. It wasn't the end of the world. It was not the end of the world with that $10. Like, oh man. Can't find my $10, right? It's okay. It's going to be all right. I would rather you have a realistic understanding of what I'm explaining instead of me just saying, everybody know what a lot of money is. I like to do examples like this so you can see what I mean when I talk about low cap projects, because like I said, some of these just ain't going to be here. And that's my professional opinion. They ain't going to be here. Right? The low cap list we had last time had almost as many projects. Those coins are non-existent. Now, Polygon was on the list, okay? Polygon was on the list, right? It was a penny when we got into Polygon. Let's just move this over for a second. We're gonna come back to it. Give me a second. All right, let's go to. All right, boom. So. What is going on today? All right, so Polygon was on the list. When we got into Polygon, it was at a penny. Polygon's all-time high was almost $3. And I know it wicked to $3, right? So let's just say $3, right? Let's just argument's sake say $3, okay? Knowing what we know, okay? Knowing what we know, getting in that Polygon, you put your $10 in, it hits $3, boom. You made potentially $3 grand off of that, right? Phenomenal job. Let's say there was 20 projects in here and you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's $100 right there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's $150 just in this in the watch list right here. Hypothetical, all hypothetical. That's potentially $150 in that. Right? And all you needed was for one to do great, right? And Polygon hits $3 grand. Are you happy with that? Does that make sense for you? Does that compute for you? Okay. I'm hoping so. I'm really hoping so. Right? And now I'm saying you put 10 in, right? You put 10 in. That's 150. If you put 20 in, now that's $6,000. And you spent $300 on the whole list. That's $6,000. You put 300 into the whole thing. Now, is it starting to click? How the math is the math mathing for you? All right. And listen, I was horrible at math growing up, but when the money time kick in, I'm counting that for sure. All right. Like you got to know. All right. Math is math, and that's what I'm talking about. All right. So when I taught you guys about these projects, $20, $10. Right. Some of y'all got rich mommy and daddies out in Coconut Grove. Y'all can do $50. But I'm just saying, keep it simple. Don't feel like you got to hit a home run every time we do this stuff, y'all. Because some of these going to go just to $1. And you're going to be happy. And you're going to get your money, get right out. Some of these going to go to 50 cents. You're going to be like, woo, let's go. You done. Get your money. We out. All right. See here. Can I have someone's rich mommy and daddy? Listen, them folks holding on to their rich mommy and daddies out there in Coconut Grove, all right? They want them. All right. Just Coconut Grove folks be in the house broke. Man, I'm just saying. All right. So sheesh, sounds like a win-win. Now that's just the thing. The thing is, it's only a win-win when it makes sense for your risk management. You come in here trying to put the mortgage on some low caps. No. No, not at all. Not at all. It's only a win-win when you could do the when the I guess when the math is mathing, right? It's only a win-win when you can sit down and be like, okay, that does make sense. I could do that. When you can say I can do that, and you already in your head have made it up saying, yeah, I'm not hurting. I'm not hurting if that go left. Like, boom. That's when you know you in that sweet spot. And as an educator, I can't come in and tell y'all, you should only put this. I have to give examples because I know we're all at different places in our life with our finances. I have to give examples where when you can look at it and say, I'm okay if $150 don't work out. But if it does go great, I can see thousands. That's a risk to reward that may work out for you. And it's not going to be potentially always out. Like I said, family, that's if one out of the 15 go outrageous. All of these gonna see some growth potentially, right? When a bull run kicks off, if you haven't been around for a bull run, you'll see pretty much everything follows Bitcoin, but just later. So Bitcoin starts to run. In comparison, the value of the rest of the market kind of carries along with it, right? So it is a bit of a trickle down effect, but it always goes through Bitcoin first, and then Ethereum, and then altcoins. Okay? That's the name of the game. That's how this stuff goes. Let me see if I can find that slide for you guys. Let me see. Because normally I like to show y'all rather than just talk at y'all. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to find this one slide. Listen, I have so many slides, it's not even funny. Sheesh. Boom, 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 boom. That's the Bitcoin whale capitulation. No. That's DeFi structure. That's actually a good one too. We can talk about that in a little while. I might have it down here in money flow. Let me see. No, that's not it. No. That's the graph. Nah, I don't know, family. I move stuff around so much. Just wheels are buying. No, that's not it. Yeah, I gotta organize these more. Like when I tell y'all, it's so much stuff. Like I'm just gonna show y'all real quick. Over here, it's just a ton of slides. It's just a ton of slides. Like this is the ETH structure here, where you break it all down there. And I'm looking for the one where it breaks down, like when it goes through Bitcoin first and it flows through ETH and then it goes through the altcoins and so forth and so on. This one's just funny because it's just Joe Byron acting like he, checking on everybody. Let me see something. Yeah, nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. But yeah, I try to keep track of these best I can and name them in a way where I can remember them. And it just be so much. Like this one here with all the ETH structure. You can see, I'll pull this up for y'all so y'all can really see it. This one here is cool because it used to break down how everything flowed, right? So we had ETH first, and then boom, Maker right after that, and you got Compound, DYDX. This one didn't make it, right? Nobody talks about this one anymore. And then it goes to the next layer, and you got UMA, Uniswap. This one didn't make it. And then after Uniswap, you got Augur, AirSwap, Gnosis, Synthetics, Kyber Network didn't make it. And then moving forward, you got Radar, Dutch, Foam, Chainlink. All these didn't make it. And you go up to the next level, and I was just like yeah, what are we doing here, right? So you kind of get to a place where you start to understand these projects ain't loyal. It just ain't loyal, right? And you get better at it over time when you realize you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You follow where the money goes, and money leaned into Maker before it started leaning into other projects, right? The application layer was the area where we start seeing stuff like Uniswap pop up, but it just gives you a better idea of how the money flows through, right? And that's why I told you guys, Maker just makes way more sense than when you get it, right? But people don't pay attention to it, so they kind of just like, oh yeah, whatever. And I'm like, man, listen, dude, you can play the game if you want to. I'm telling you what it looks like on the back end. So when you can see through the veil and you get a better understanding of this stuff, you kind of, you can keep up with it a lot better. All right. Man, I wish I could find that one for you guys and show y'all what it is. And I show you guys this all the time too. Where get rid of that. Where this one is breaking down the world's largest companies based off of like market capitalization. And you see here with the biggest ones like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, like I start looking at these thinking about where the world's money wants to flow through. So this gives me a good idea of what lanes in crypto make sense because these guys are going to start to kind of get more digitized into the blockchain space. So I'll look and see what areas they fit into, right? So you got this area here with the blue, and then you got the area here with the pink, and then you got all these areas. You got like media and retail, and then I'm looking at like oil and gas and semiconductors. So I'm trying to keep an eye on all these other areas. And also this falls into a great area when it comes to stocks, right? Something like this is what you want to have screenshot. So when you start researching stocks, you know the big boys, and now you know the ones that are potentially on the come up. These are 4 of the top ones. What's the 5th one, right? You may want to start diving in and figuring out what areas these guys are starting to play around in, right? Right here we have like this like lavender one, right? This here is banking, JP Morgan, Citibank, right? Berkshire Hathaway, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, right? You start to get a better understanding of like, okay, these guys are in their lanes, and we see billions with a B, billions moving around in here, right? And then you get into drugs and biotech, right? Pfizer, Johnson and Johnson, Lilly, right? All these different, Merrick, right? You get into all these areas, Amgen, where this is where your vaccine family came in, where everybody was making money getting into these companies, right? It's a different type of vibe, fam. Let's see here. Hey, what's going on, Mambo? It says no one took away, just rested my eyes for a few days. Let's go. All right, fam. So these are the things I like to make sure you guys are understanding, because we're going to talk a lot about it. Now that we got stocks and crypto together, and I can kick it with y'all, like really get into portfolio, we're going to talk about stock portfolios too. It ain't going to be just crypto. Like we're going to really get into the nitty gritty. And we got a surprise for y'all this Thursday too. I don't want to spill the beans yet, so I'm just going to kind of chill out a little bit and let it happen so y'all can just be like, oh, this is dope. So yeah, it's a whole thing. Let me see here. Kyber Network was a big deal back then. We seen them go away, right? And then 0x stuck around, Rocket Pool still here, Uniswap still here, right? So it just certain things quick call. And this is funny, I just like using this because every time the news pops off, it's oops, all bad. It's always bad news for crypto, like all the time. It doesn't matter what's going on. They want to feed you all the doom and gloom stuff. Oh man, I wish I could find that slide for you guys. It's cool. I'll be more organized next time for y'all. Trust me. I'll have all this stuff lined up and ready to roll next time. And some of y'all out here looking like this, trying to get ahead of the curve. All right, this was y'all for a while. I'm not gonna tell on nobody, but y'all ain't gonna point no elbows. All right. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? He had them gas station chains on, run around telling everybody 50 XRP was the way to go. All right? I'm just saying. I'm gonna leave that right there. All right. All right. I'm done. No more jokes for now. All right. So let's go. All right. So with all of that, back again. With all of that, says Kurt, can you look at Solana as making a good butterfly pattern? Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out. See here. It says, is that the Wish version? It's the great value version right there. That's that discount Dollar Tree version right there. Let's see here. This is need one like 50 dough. 50 dough gonna just be a bag. It just says poop on the top. All right, man. So let me stop. Y'all silly. All right, so just know the list is in the Pip Talk. We're gonna get back into that multiple times, so it's not gonna be anything you're gonna be, missing out on or nothing crazy. So we got that on the back end. All right. The other thing is making sure you guys got the right email. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is, and I need to know in the chat, does anybody in here know what email you should be? Can I type it? Can I say it first before you put it up here, guys? All right. All right. So if you're new, check the chat and just know that's the email you need to be going to make. All right. Proton Mail. All right. Proton Mail is a big deal. All right. You need to have a Proton Mail set up, right? Proton.me, protonmail.com now. So yeah, proton.me goes a long way, family. Trust me. Proton Mail, Proton Mail, Proton Mail. You need Proton Mail because Proton Mail is one of the most secure emails on the planet. Literally, like the employees at Proton Mail can't check your email. Okay? And it's important that you run a lot of your finances through Proton Mail so that way you don't have a lot of issues. All right? They also have an option for you to get a VPN if you need to. It's just a really, really good service. All right? And this is like, it's funny because you'll look into a lot of government officials, like when you're on LinkedIn, guess what kind of email they use? Like Nancy Pelosi uses Proton Mail. I'm just saying. They got tired of Hillary Clinton, so they were, I knew somebody was going to beat me to it. I knew y'all was going to beat me to it in the chat. I couldn't even get it out good, man. That's how y'all know we in alignment over here, man. I couldn't even get the Hillary joke out. Y'all already like, Hillary Clinton should have had Proton. All right, so I love y'all, man. All right, so this is the beauty of this, though, because you guys are going to start being so much further ahead of your peers when you set this stuff up early, okay? And we're going to go deeper into wallets. I'm going to talk to you guys about the Exodus wallet. Like, we're going to have a day where I just completely break down Exodus wallet. We're going to have a day where I completely break down the Nano Ledger so you guys understand how to use that. Like, I'm going to go step by step by step with you through Exodus, step by step with you through the Ledger wallet. I'm going to go step by step with you guys through MetaMask. So it'll literally be us, using MetaMask, connecting MetaMask to like Uniswap, all of that. It'll be recordings of all of that. So when new family comes on board, they know exactly, hey, go watch Kurt. He's going to show you how to use that whole thing. Just go set it up. Use the email. Don't be asking me no questions. Kurt know what to do. I ain't got time for that. So that way you ain't got to have nobody breathing down your neck. Like, you brought me into IM and I don't know anything. Anybody trying to hear that? Go watch Kurt. All right? Folks be quick to complain when you bring them into IM, bro. Like that first month of a new student, oh my God. They be, I don't know nothing about that. Like, dude, did you watch the video? Anybody got time for no video? You want to fight? All right, then watch the video. We can knuckle up. All right, I'm done. So, making sure you guys have everything you need is top priority right now because we getting close. So, let me go over here with you guys real quick, and I want to start right here. Okay, actually, matter of fact, right here. There we go. Guess what we did? Hit that TP. If anybody in here got into the ETH setup, all right, if anybody in here got into the ETH setup and you hit TP, do me a favor and drop a 333 in the chat. I need to know. All right. Was it difficult? Was it scary? Was it hard? All right. He said free money. Listen, if you think I don't know what I'm doing, go listen, check the receipts, man. Check the receipts. I don't drop a lot of setups. I don't. I really don't. Y'all know I don't. And I'm very particular about the stuff I choose to get you guys into. Like the ratio of success has to be like, oh, that just... And I explain my setups to you guys in a way where you see how I feel about the setup. Like, it has to be a win-win, or we're going to drop and we're going to get right back in for some really good levels. And y'all understand my logic. So when you do take the setup, it's like, I feel so much more comfortable taking this setup now because it just clicks. It makes sense. If I lose this setup, I'm happy because I get to get this thing for a way lower price. It just lined up and went in. All right. And I need you guys to really know, like, this is what I look forward to with you guys moving forward. And it wasn't hard. Y'all saw exactly what I saw. We got in, hit the first TP. Cool. And everybody was like, oh, Marcus finna drop off because such and such and such. I'm like, listen, ETH's finna make a move. I don't know what y'all talking about. Bitcoin right now, right back at levels. Right? Let's go check out Solana. I know you guys asked me about it just a second ago. So now you guys said Sol's getting ready to make a harmonic. Let me see which harmonic we potentially looking at right now. I ain't even about to even play around, man. Let me see. I'm gonna go from the whole low to the high. Now this hit a 50. I didn't retrace far enough, but you know how that goes. So if this was a bat and we were doing this a certain way, this right here, this 50%, it can't come to 618, so we're gonna stop it right there. All right. And then after that, let me get that out. Actually, I'm gonna put this down here too for 786 because that's a big deal. And it did hit that. That's a man. Okay. And we're looking at this setup here. Down to this setup here. So we never really got back up. Let's see here. We never really got back up into the 382 area. And that's minimalistic if we're using Google's rules. And y'all know I hate using Google's rules because Google is horrible at trading. So we want we want to kind of stick to the script. So now that's not going to work out. And then in this one here, this one was a whole 786 retracement and prices moving back up. So if anything, we could see a potential butterfly happening right now where the market may be looking to come back up and hit a level. Now, from here to here, all right, we can see an area from this zone to this zone potentially fall into alignment for a sell opportunity. But it's early. It's still early. We would need a nice BOS to see price get up into, and even if once we start getting back up into these areas, this is like some fun territory to be back in. $30, $20 type of zone. It's not too far off though. Like we could see price make a move back up, and then give us a little bit of a pullback for the most part. So right now, yeah, I'll be patient with Sol. The move's already there though. We've already seen it jump. If anything, I think Mike dropped this as well on the app. So yeah, if anything, yeah, the move's already done for the most part. But yeah, if you guys got in for the entry on this and you're still in, take profit. Just go ahead and get out. Like we've already hit TP1. All right, this isn't one of those areas where you're trying to ride the light. And now if we get a nice pullback, we can find another entry. But you've already gotten your TP. If you're still in this trade, shame on you for not taking profit when it hit the first TP. Okay? Shame on you. 100% shame on you. If you're dollar cost averaging, just take a little bit out. Leave some in, right? You're good. Like, solidify the gains. You guys are professional trade what? All right? Professional trade what? Put it in the chat. Let me know what you guys are. I got to get some shirts made, man. All right. Let me see here. Yeah, they're right there. Let me bring this over here. Real quick.
Put that coffee.
Nope, y'all can't even hear
it. Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm fucking with you?
Oh, I didn't know he was going to do that. My bad. Coffee's for closers only. I'm sorry, I didn't know that part was coming in. I forgot about that part. Anyway, coffee's for closers. All right? So this is what I want you guys to understand. Like, it's really important that you guys come in here and understand, like, we're not trying to hit home runs right now. This isn't the season for home runs. All right? It's really important that you guys are focused on getting the bag and getting out. Closing. All right? Get into the trade. We hit our TP. Close it out. Get the bag. We're done. All right? It's not about sitting in here and waiting for it to keep running to the upside and hoping and praying we're going to keep seeing more growth. Listen, dollar cost averaging is great. If you want to stay into the trade, take some profit on it. Move your stop loss up into profit. Cool. Take the risk off of it, right? Put an alert on the chart. That way you can feel comfortable about it. How about this? I'll take you guys one step further. This is what I'm going to do for y'all. Let me know in the chat. If some of you guys want to stay in this trade and you want me to show you how to stay into it, drop a 333 and I'll show you right now how to stay into it. All right. I want to see if my bag chasers is in here right now. Because some of y'all may want to stay in. Some of y'all ready to close out. If you already closed out, you get coffee. You a closer. I love you. You family all day. Okay, some of y'all want to see how to stay in it. All right, bet. I got you. So we're going to find our last high. Not this one that we're at now. We're going to look left and find this last high to the last low. All right, and what we're going to do is take a fib. We're going to go from that candle down to that candle. So I'm going to do this right now again in front of y'all. All right. We're going to go from this high, because this isn't the highest closing candle. Some of y'all be getting seduced by wicks. Like, ooh, look at that wick. Ooh, like, no, it's not the highest closing candle. Stop getting super excited about a wick, okay? Like, this is our highest closing candle because this candle close the highest. We're going to use the wick from the highest closing candle. And then we're going to go down to the bottom, right? Lowest closing. This candle kind of opened here, fine. We want to take that wick. Awesome. So we got high to low. This is what I'm going to do for y'all. I'm going to box this up right here. This area here is our zone that was once for selling pressure, right? High to low. Looking how low can we go, right? So this was once off. This whole market was once for selling pressure. Price has broken above this area. Price may want to come back and retest off of this area and run back up, right? There was once area for what? Sellers. Buyers have now invalidated this zone, and price kept running. If I go to a 4-hour, you can see all the breakout retests, so it makes it look real good for you, right? You saw price do what? The little breakout, the retest, and another big old engulfing, so we know there's an imbalance right here. If you really want to stay in this setup, put your stop loss right now, right there at that level, all right? That's where your stop loss goes if you're still in that setup. And I'm gonna put this on the app too. I'm gonna update the app. I'm gonna update this in the exchange chat so you guys know that 1635 is where your new stop loss goes for this setup. Okay, that way we remove the risk from the setup. And now if you're still in it, you should have closed some profit out. If not, cool. But this is where your stop losses is. So if you're willing to just roll the dice and hope that this imbalance here of buying momentum comes back and we can see another move to the upside, great. But right now we're already testing an imbalance. See that big old engulfing? Price is coming back to see what it's going to do there. I'm going to box this up for you so you can see. Matter of fact, I'm just going to put 2 lines here so you can really see it for yourself. Right here is an area you want to keep an eye on moving forward. Okay? This zone here is going to let you know. And it's funny because I talk about engulfings all the time. The engulfing candle is giving you clues of where buyers are waiting. This is a huge imbalance of buyers. The candle to the left is letting you know somebody inside this little area didn't get their order filled. Price came down, tested the zone. We already started to see who show up. A couple of buy orders getting filled already. There's some more waiting down here, but not a lot. Why is that? I'm going to draw it out in front of you. And that low. Wick of that candle there. What did price do? Tested it once, twice already. So if we come back down to this level, it may not hold that long and it may break lower. That's why I'm giving you guys a little bit of room to see your price may want to go a little deeper and then make a move higher. But once again, this stuff is straightforward. If this is making sense for you, drop a 777. I want to know if y'all picking up what I'm putting down, like if it's clicking. Because I know sometimes I can go fast, I can go a little more advanced. I want y'all eyes to be trained to see these areas where engulfing, ooh, box that up one. Engulfing, ooh, box that one up, right? Like back here, right? Notice all these yellow areas I'm drawing out for you guys. Okay? Engulfing candle right here, box up the candle to the left. Boom, boom. What did price do? Took off, came back, retested, boom, big buying action happened again. Right? It happens over and over and over and over and over. And the bigger the imbalance, the stronger, the bigger the candle, the stronger the imbalance. Right? And these engulfing candles are everywhere. You can see them everywhere, over and over and over again. Right? You should pay attention. The market's communicating. You got to learn how to translate it. Right? It happens all day, every day. No big clues and mysteries. Back here was another one, right? Boom and boom, right? Little pause, big old engulfing candle. What did price do? Come back and tested it, deeper move, finally made another move up. A lot of the buy orders here did what? They got filled. Price came back, tested it again. It was only so much they could do, and then price broke lower. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's these areas don't have infinite amounts of buy orders, but they are going to give you little clues and hints. Right here, price spent too much time at the area. That was the hint. Get out the trade. Why are you still in this buy? There's not an infinite amount of buy orders. We spend too much time at this level. The longer we stay here, these candles like little hammers chipping away at the area. Eventually, it's going to cave in. This is how I teach my kids. I got to do it like in a visual, mental thing so they see it. So my son will be like, that area about to fall off, Dad. I'm like, somebody like, that area right there where all them candles at. I'm like, oh, you see it. You see it. Yo. I'll be getting my kids hype about trade, man. I don't know about y'all, but you got to make this stuff fun, man. So that's one of the things I like to do is making sure you guys can see it. Like when you can get that visual representation, you start understanding it. when you throw a fib on this stuff, oh my, it's like Sweet Baby Ray's on it. It's just that's barbecue chicken right there. Ain't no argument. That's just good, flat out. All right, family. So I'm gonna wrap up here. I appreciate y'all. Let me see here. It says with the matching. It says RBR and fib. Man, I'm trying to tell you. It says brisket. Man, I ain't had no good brisket. I don't eat the red meat no more. But like when I did, man, I went down to, and it's funny too, because people say, you gotta go to Texas to get the best brisket. You gotta go to, Oklahoma. You gotta go to all these places. Listen, I went to Florida. My sister stays in like around like Lakeland, Orlando area. Man, I was in Florida and she sent me to this barbecue place. Oh my God. We didn't even leave a parking lot. We ate that stuff in the car, bro. Like we wanted to test it, but we pulled off. I was like, let me see if it's good. Because if it's good, I'm just gonna get more. We had ordered a little bit of each one. We had like we had the chicken, we had we had like ribs, and we had beef ribs, we had the beef brisket, bro. We was in the car like ear touch. You know when it's good when your ear touch your shoulder when you eat, and you be like, yeah. That's how we was. It was bad. It was bad. That was the last time I had brisket. It was a long time ago. Long time ago. And y'all all know what I'm talking about. When the food gets so good, like your neck gets short. you trying to shorten the distance so it can get to your stomach quicker. Like, hold on, let me just. I'm just saying, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. All right. Oh man, but yeah, that's how good this get to you. When you start seeing it like this, it hit different. I'm telling you, it hit different, family. It hit different. Like you start seeing the market, and it's like, oh wait a minute, let me just And always remember, the higher the time frame, the stronger the structure. So I do a lot of my markups on the daily and in the weekly, so I can see where those big engulfing candles are, and now I know how to take advantage of those levels. I can say, oh, okay, that's an engulfing. Let's go. And right now, we got a really nice engulfing right here, but pay attention to how big this area is, right? Let's get rid of all of this, because you know how we mark these up. All right, I'm gonna leave that one there. All righty. You know how big this area is, right? So pay attention to this. This is the candle that we're watching right now. This is telling me right now, if price wants to spend too much time in this area between 16 and 15,000 or 1,500, I'm already claiming it for us. Just shh. I'm already claiming it for us. 15 to 1,600. All right, like you gotta say it like you got mucus. 1,600. All right, so I put that thou out there. It just slipped out. It came up out of me. Tiger got out of the cage, bro. Tiger got out of the cage. All right, so that 15 to 16, so now we got to see if price wants to either bounce off of this zone and respect the imbalance of buyers, or are we going to get deeper into this area? The more time we spend in this area, the weaker it gets. All right. See here. It says we going for 2. Oh, it is almost 2. Yeah, let me go ahead and wrap this one up, man. Let me go ahead and wrap. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't want to be getting in trouble, man. Y'all about to get me in trouble. All right, fam. I appreciate y'all, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. All right, everybody gonna be mad at Tasha. Not like, why you got to say something in the chat, Tasha? Every time we about to get a good thing going, somebody say 2 hours and Kurt wrap up the session. Every time. Y'all had got mad at I think y'all got mad at like E Money one day. He was saying like, oh, we're gonna get a 2-hour boy. And I was like, oh, I noticed. And I was like, oh snap, I gotta wrap it up. Like, don't be mad at Tasha. I was about to wrap it up anyway, though. I was just giving y'all this last little example. It's not her fault. I was actually about to shut it down anyway. But yes, this is the area we're keeping an eye out for Ethereum. So, but you see what I mean? The higher the time frame, stronger the structure. It's so deep, man. Like when you start really, and notice how few of the engulfing candles we really have on the higher time frame, right? There was one here. I'm gonna box it up so you can see what I mean. Right here, there was one right up in here. Boom. That whole candle from wick to wick, price broke deep into that level and spent too much time. Broke below, tried to get back into the area, couldn't, fell off. Now we got a big candle back into the zone. Back into the zone. What am I looking for now? Right? Because guess what happened when I looked left and I drug this over? There was a rocket fuel right there. And I said, ooh, I think there's some more buyers waiting down here. There's some more buyers waiting down here. And if I'm wrong, we about to see price come all the way back down to 13. I'll take that bet. I like that. So it makes sense. That's why I was able to say, okay, this buy makes sense for us, guys. Let's get involved. If we make a move higher, awesome, great, phenomenal. And even if we move up, guess what's right here? Another one. I know I sound like DJ Khaled, but yes. Another one. Right up in there, there's another area for sellers right up in this blue zone. So we can see price bounce back and forth between 18, 16, 18, 16, 18, 16, and finally break out. Right? And you guys were able to buy in at 1580. Some of y'all got in like 1540 too. Or 1560. My bad. Let's see here. It says Kurt 2020 is outside. Seatbelts on folks. Kurt of 2020 is outside. Seatbelts on folks. Like, man, listen. This is always here. Never miss a day. It's all good, man. I'm coming back on later on tonight, and I got some heat for y'all as well. So don't worry. We're gonna have some fun tonight. All right. So that being said, and I'm talking about, I'm about to share with y'all the whole thing. Like, y'all gonna have to really take notes today. Like, I'm about to give y'all like herbs he was talking about for like gut health. Like, he was talking to a lady about how to make sure her, like, this one lady had an autistic son. That he was a speech channel. Like, he's nonverbal. He was giving her the breakdown to like unlock the mental blockage and the gut blockage he has, so that way he would be able to start speaking. He was like, yeah, we've done that with nonverbal and autistic children where they've been able to speak within like 14 days of our treatment. He was giving her the herbs and stuff. I was like, oh my God, bro. Because he was sending his heavy metals on the brain. He was asking her questions about her previous situations. And he was like, I bet you've been through this and you've been through that before you had your baby. And she was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, because that's what happens. Usually it's this happening, it's left over that. So this is what's affected. And it was like, it was crazy up in there. It was wild. It was wild. I had never seen nothing like that. And I was in there for hours. And I knew a lot of people in there. It was like, oh, Kurt, we ain't seen you in the city. And I'm like, dang, there's a lot of IM folks up in here. Like, it was wild. It was a whole thing, man. It was a whole thing. So yeah, I can't wait to kick with y'all later on tonight. Let's see here. Are you still on at 3? No, Mike's coming on at 3. So Mike will be on at 3. So yeah, family, you guys got like 30 more minutes and Mike will be on. So get you a sandwich, right? Take a little bit of a break, do your thing, and boom, Mike will be on. You'll have some fun. So yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's like you're getting 2 hours, just a little intermission. It's like a bathroom break, right? All right, fam. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I will be on with you guys later on this evening. All right. So as usual, all right, and as always, all right, because I got to figure out where I'm even at right now. I don't even know where all this stuff is right now. Sheesh. All right, so yes, as usual, and as always, I appreciate you guys. So stay patient, stay disciplined, and the gains will come. I'm out. And, oh yeah, good night, everybody. Stay blessed, family. I love you guys. Mike will be on like literally in like maybe 35 minutes. So, like I said, go get you something to eat, use the bathroom, go ahead and check on the babies, make sure they good. If you're on lunch break, find you someplace else to hide because they're missing you right now. All right, and I'll see you guys later on this evening. Love you guys. Stay blessed. Get this back. Let's go.